regrettably is full of many, many intern-generated myths. Are you acquainted with any of these? Are you brand new?
No, I've been here for months, but I actually haven't been better.
Oh, sweet! But you give tours to constituents in your office?
We do, but like others.
Well, I'm gonna help you help this. Okay. Right? But first off, though, I mean, especially for our international visitors, you know, you come all this way and it looks like a construction site right now. And see, we knew you were coming from India and Singapore and Hong Kong, so we knew you were coming, so we slapped all this scaffolding. Now, actually, it's for a restoration project for the dome. And if you climbed up the scaffolding on the outside, you would notice cracking to the structure. It's not in jeopardy of falling in on itself at all. We're more worried about water damage to the especially the ceiling. Painting is 180 feet above a 60 meters of system. More than half the length of the football field away from us. When you were walking towards the Capitol and you saw the Statue of Freedom sitting on top of the dome, she's about 19 and a half feet tall. She doesn't sit on top of this painting. You go on the other side of this painting, there's still another 12 stories between the painting and the base of the statue that sits on top. So the dome really consists of an inner shell with this painting suspended from it, and then an outer shell. And what's in between the two is basically cast iron bracketing, sort of the brace for the dome. That's what you would see on the other side.
The statue is facing that side.
The statue faces east. You can, if anyone in your office, ask the other interns and say, why does the statue face east? This is what they're going to tell you. Because the sun never sets on freedom. It's a wonderful story. It doesn't matter which direction you face, the sun sets on you. The statue faces east because the east front is technically the real front of the building. That's the side with all of the columns. This is the ceremonial entrance for visiting dignitaries. Next week when the Prime Minister of Japan visits, he's going to come in through the east entrance. Okay? So the east entrance is technically the front of the building. All right? And the reason why it doesn't face the Washington Monument is, you notice we're on a hill. It slopes down. Where does the water go? Does it stay up here or does it go down? It came here in the 15th century. The west front of the Capitol was decidedly less aesthetically pleasing as it is today. You basically, before you had modern drainage techniques, the west front of the Capitol looked like a bog before we put the Grant Fountain out there. It was actually pretty nasty. That's why most inaugurations have taken place on the east front of the Capitol. That's where Kennedy, Lincoln, Grant, Eisenhower, etc. were inaugurated on the east front. And they finally got the situation figured out on the west front as far as the drainage. The first inauguration on the west front was actually Ronald Reagan.